Hi everybody, this is Sister Omi, and I'm here to do the full moon in Virgo reading for the sign of Capricorn. I hope everyone is doing well, and I want you to think back to the time of the new moon, which was February 4th, the Chinese New Year, when I said to everyone to make sure you write down your goals, because at this full moon, it's the perfect time to fine-tune those goals that you made at the new moon. And being that this is the Virgo full moon, there's going to be a need to get organized. And when I say organized, it's going to relate to clarity and order, and besides your physical life, meaning your home, your body, also in your emotions. So this is also a time to reconnect with your body and get grounded and shine light on the direction forward that you want to go. So, Cappy, what we got here? Message from air. Now, you look at this is a fairy messenger seen dancing on her cloud. Endless innocence. This is like a circle of creation. She's kind of bohemian, you know. In childhood, we talk about fairy tales, and the fairies were described as having protective energies and grant wishes and neutralizing the actions of anything that may not be going that well at that time. This is a maternal energy or a maternal attitude. So they always protect people, and they cause us to place faith and hope in something superior that will help us in times of sorrow and helplessness. I'm not saying this is a time of sorrow and helplessness, but maybe you have something on your mind because this is air. So this is a sign like, hey, stick to what you've agreed to and don't let yourself down. This is inspiration, and protection is necessary for you to finish whatever you have set out to do. If there's some work or something you created, a project or task, just know that negative things will disappear and your capacity is going to be seen. So tune up your senses, train yourself more intensely, because there will be great prospects for you. So when I think about this with this Virgo full moon, train yourself. This is part of getting organized. Maybe if there's something you have to learn or there's some things you have to work out, you got to put these things in order so that you can move forward in the direction that you want to go. But this is an air. Like I said, this also deals with your emotions. But with this air, maybe there's a lot on your mind. You need to maybe compartmentalize some of these things that's going on in your head. The outcast. Maybe you're going to travel. Take that leap forward. You see, he's like dancing on the edge here. But thank God this little rooster is pecking on his feet. Make sure he doesn't go too far. But ignore the criticisms of your peers. People may think you're nuts, but at least you're going with gusto, right? Ditch any hang-ups you may have and try walking on an unconventional side of life. And that's what this is. You see him walking on the edge? That's unconventional. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Pack what you need. Take just only what you need as you go forward here. And out with the old, in with the new. And if this has to do with your love life, fall into it. Surrender your heart. If there's money, maybe buy a lottery ticket. Follow a hunch. If it's your career, even if it doesn't make sense, make a bold move. And if it's family, road trip. Maybe it's time for you all to get away, Spend some time with your family. But this is spontaneity, travel, change. Or in the biblical terms, what does it say? Walk by faith and not by sight. This is definitely representative of that. Now, we have the Four of Pentacles. This is about control, influence, status. Wait a second, let me adjust this. One moment, okay. I think that's better. Now, with this, the laws of life are based on give and take. So there's going to be times in life when you feel like you have given more than usual. Rest assured that you will eventually receive your rewards for your generosity. You have a golden opportunity here to implement wonderful and positive changes that will influence generations to come. And here, what I think is interesting, you see, they're dressed alike. They're like twins here. And they're being blessed to say, hey, it's like go forth and multiply. And if this, maybe you're at an impasse with your resources. Maybe you're at an impasse. Don't take your duties lightly. There's more at stake than you know. So if this has to do with love, don't fall for someone or don't be tempted to marry just for money. Marry for love. And if this has to do with your money, consider philanthropy and charity, but be responsible with how you utilize your funds. Your career, many needs may have to be met, but self-sacrifice is the theme here. There's no room for selfish action. Your family, take a hard look on how you influence them. Your family's watching you and depend on you for moral stability. So people depend on you, Capricorn. I know every Capricorn I know is so responsible. They're like old, they were old little kids, they were always, I'm not going to say I know every Capricorn because, everyone is different. But all the ones I know are quite responsible. Now, with that, I pulled a crystal, Quantum Quattro. Isn't that pretty? This is about synergy. Recognizing that you cannot heal anyone else or influence their behavior enhances your own well-being. So, with this is about healing power and dynamic effect on your physical vitality. It brings about an energetic shift. So you're shifting your energy, which is good. So it's like healing your inner child. Recognize the resources you have to draw upon. When you take the time to recognize something with this Virgo full moon, it's a form of organizing. And take a step back, look at your goals, get regrounded. And a good way to get grounded also is look at your diet. That's definitely a Virgo thing. And since you have that message of air, maybe you have a lot on your mind. So maybe it's a good time to detox, to look at your diet, look at your exercise, what type of food are you eating. And just maybe put a little more focus on your health. Now, this particular stone relates to all the chakras. So recognize that this is karmic healing. There's a karmic need for healing here. Your question is nowhere near as straightforward as it seems, so dig deep and see all sides of the situation. synergy. Now, we have the pomegranate tree. I love pomegranates. They are so good. This is basically, it is believed that the pomegranate tree is the tree of knowledge from the Garden of Eden, and the seeds are seeds of happiness and divine goodness. So its red flowers denote marriage, love, predicting success and a meaningful love, financial riches are all encompassed here. And when you think about the pomegranate tree in Greek mythology, that's when we have the season when the pomegranate was given to Persephone. So she went to Hades, and the pomegranate was to guarantee that she would always come back. So this is saying complete harmony and oneness of the universe attracts love in romance, family, and acquaintances. So whatever you put out is going to come back. It makes me think of the story in Greek mythology. And this deals with, here is saying wealth, but that's really like that cycle of life. When you come back to spring, new things are being born. New things are coming about. Now, it says peace. Now this goes back to that crown chakra, that air. Like what's on your mind. Maybe you have a lot on your mind, and know that peace is available to you. Peace lives within you. It surrounds you at all times. Maybe you feel like, a lot of stuff is going on, so you need to quiet your mind and connect with some powerful healing vibrations of your soul and that of the universe. And with this crown chakra, this goes back with the Virgo full moon. Drinking a lot of water. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. I suggest intermittent fasting. That's not for everyone. But to have peace, maybe you have to find some type of meditation practice that works for you. Prayer, yoga, maybe dream journaling. But stop and connect with the energy. It will invoke a deep process of cleansing and renewal, which is peaceful. Peace resonates in every cell of your body. So if you have a specific question, peace is present and the answer is there. Feel the peace in your soul and bathe in the magical essence. Peace exists in each moment and with every cell of your being. So drink that water. Maybe with this Virgo full moon, think about what you're eating. Are you eating a lot of processed foods? Maybe more natural, raw vegetables, more vegetables, maybe. And since this is the crown chakra, it's the balance of the yin and the yang. So the root chakra is root vegetables, foods of the earth, and lots of water, and maybe the intermittent fasting. It's just a suggestion, just something to think about. And here we have the second chakra. So I'm going to have to go back to the water again and stress that again, because this second chakra deals with your feelings and your emotions and the boundaries that you set. And this is your urinary tract, your kidneys, your adrenals, blood sugar. So you need to drink plenty of water here. And guilt. The question you may be asking yourself, are you giving away too much time and energy, and are you resenting it? Or do you have some repressed anger here? Self-care Going back to this Virgo full moon, looking at your diet, your exercise, your food, maybe detox, find a way to release. If you're feeling any guilt, this is about awakening and a sense of release. What do you need to do to release that feeling of guilt? And with this particular chakra, like I said, there's water, orange foods, oranges, things like that. This is all good for that particular chakra. That in itself will activate it. We want to stimulate it for change so we can release all those things. So water, maybe even just go swimming, ballet, yoga, all those things would be good. Because here, this is an air energy, but this is a protective, nurturing energy. Walk by faith and not by sight. Balancing your resources, your physical resources. So things in your physical world and your body. There's a sense of synergy here. And wealth is here for you. Definitely. Find your center of peace. And release any guilt that you feel. Now it also stated, people depend on you. And don't feel that you're always one giving, because you're going to be rewarded. So find a way to release that guilt. So like the yoga, the breathing, maybe that help, like if it's pent up in your body, well, it may help you release that. Now I pulled a card here, and this is the Page of Swords. And this is, excuse me, I'm lifting up my leg here. And this here is about communication, clarity, change, being thoughtful. And the page is open your sails and prepare for the wind of change to move you in a new way. And the message from Spirit here is be prepared by evaluating all the possible openings or outlets through which the situation could vent. So whatever situation you're dealing with, evaluate, organize your thoughts, map out your plans, look at all the possibilities. This is basically what it's saying, so that it can vent. But what's going to help you to be able to do that is know that there's clarification, clarifying the mind. Just release your dreams. It's like say a prayer here and know that you're protected. Walk by faith and not by sight. Managing your resources. Get that synergy moving. And know that wealth is waiting for you, or wealth is going to come to you. Find your center of peace and release the guilt. And a good way to make all these things come together, drinking that water, okay? Maybe intermittent fasting, eating a lot of orange foods, go swimming, do yoga. These things, synergy. Be prepared to evaluate. That's the message from Spirit here. So that's a Virgo thing. To be prepared, that means get your stuff, get things in order. Reconnect to honor your body. Reconnect, or I shouldn't say reconnect, fine tune your new moon goals. These are all things that's going to make it possible for you to shine light on the direction forward. So Cappy, let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. This is Sister Omi. Peace.